Riche Ignites show. I am super happy to have you here today. So come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've always got room right around my table for you, your friends, and your frenemies. So go ahead, like, share, start a watch party, run and tell somebody that Lotus Riche Ignites is hot on the box. I'm going to encourage you, grab your notebook and grab your pen, because I always say note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. Show. Hey, come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've always got room around my table for you. So come on in. And don't forget, if you want to win, grab your notepad and then do what? Woo! Grab your pen. You know why? Because note takers are money makers, and also note takers are change makers. And you can't take no notes if you don't have no pen, and you can't win if you don't get them together again, right? So go ahead and get your notepad and pen and come on in. Please like, share, start a watch party. Like, share, start a watch party, and run and tell somebody that Lotus Riche Ignites is hot on the box again tonight with a fabulous show. I've got a phenomenal poet. She is going to soothe your soul. How do I know? Because I know, because I told you so. All right. So as you come on in, don't forget, let us know where you're coming in from, because we want to know where you're coming in from. We want to say a hearty hello to all the people that you know, and especially to you. Why? Because you help us do what we do every week. So thank you so much for doing that when you come in. And oh, by the way, this is going to be a very interactive broadcast, okay? Interactive, because I want you involved in what's going on with the show. And so if you have any show requests or show suggestions, don't hesitate to hit me up and let me know. But while you're going to hit me up and let me know, I'm going to go ahead and get my cup, because I know you're ready to start the show. So you go ahead and get your cup too, and let's let it do what it do. Tonight, I've got my Ignites cup and I'm drinking some water. What's in your cup? Woo. I love water. It's so good for you. I know it's good for you. And don't hesitate. Get your Ignites cup. If you don't have an Ignites cup, if you don't have an Ignites t-shirt or some Ignites hot pants, okay, because the summer's going to come. Make sure you get your Ignites. Go right to Lotus Riche Ignites, and go ahead to my Teespring account and get you a cup too. So, I like doing what it do. So go ahead. Come on in. I'm going to give you 30 quick seconds. I want you, if you would, please share, like, start a watch party. Share, like, start a watch party. See, I switched up on y'all, right? Because usually I say like, share, start a watch party, like, share, start a watch party, run and tell somebody. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to go ahead and make it happen. Welcome to the show. Go ahead, like, share, start a watch party, and run and tell somebody that Lotus Riche Ignites is on the box tonight with the fabulous poet, Miss Beloved Yemaja Jubeliee. And this is the place that you want to be. So go ahead, let us know where you're coming in from. All right. That's right. So listen, before we really get into the show, I see you guys streaming in. Thank you so much for letting us know that you love us, that you with us, that you ready to learn. Because look, we got a fantastic topic tonight. Many of you know that last year was one of the toughest years that we had seen in probably 10 years. And so many people felt like that they had lost, that they couldn't get back up. They couldn't start again. Well, tonight, our topic is we've already won. We've already won. You're not a loser. You are an achiever. You are designed by the Most High to be the Most High. in your life. You're not designed to be down there in the lower levels of life, but it's a choice. You have to choose to win. And so tonight, guess what? We're going to make sure that you know it's already won. So come on in and get in where you fit in, because we're about to get this party started and let you know that you have already won. So if you're ready for some fun and learning that's tight and right, go ahead and put a number 2 in the comment block tonight. And so if you want to be a celebrity on the show, you know what you got to do. You got to let us know. We'll be right back. You want to be a celebrity guest on the show and you want to know where to go? Well, go to www.lotusricheignitesyou.com. Again, that's www.lotusricheignitesyou.com. www.lotusricheignitesyou.com to be the celebrity on the show. Ooh, I love that. So I know you want to be the celebrity on the show, but listen, I got to let you know that I got to get backstage because we got to get this show on the road, because guess what? The remarkable Yemaja Jubeliee is here with me, and she is ready to come out and get this thing, as the younger folks say, lit. So we're about to get this thing lit. And so go ahead and get your notepad and get your pen, because it's not time to win. You've already won. So since you've already won, it's time to get this show on the run. Here we go. Hey! You got me running, got me running. Shake it, shake it, shake it, baby. Raise your hands up. Welcome to the show with the remarkable Yemaja Jubeliee. She's the lifestyle influencer, the poet, the songstress, the author, show host, the remarkable Yemaja Jubeliee. And you know we've already won. Welcome to the show. Hey, what can I say? Yemaja Jubeliee is in the house today. Hey!
Lotus, you make me, I get so emotional because people forget who they are. All the things that you talk about, and part of my purpose is to remind them of who they are.
Yes. And I love that you remind them who they are and that they're winners.
Yes.
That they're winners. And now you and I, we had a long talk while we were planning this interview. And let me say that you always have positive energy, letting people know that it's already won. And so I'm so happy tonight that you're here. And for those of you that's just meeting her for the first time, yes, I said meeting, because you're going to be able to talk to her. You can text in, or if you want, you can call in. Okay. Now, this is the thing. You're going to call me on my Facebook Messenger. I'm going to pick up the phone, but only serious callers. And she might take a live call. Okay. But before we go there, let's go here. Tonight we are talking about these things. First, let me back up. She's a lifestyle influencer. She's a poet. She's a songstress. She's an author. She's a show host. She is the remarkable, beloved Yemaja Jubeliee. And tonight she's here with me, and we're going to talk about We've Already Won. And so, Yemaja, please share with our audience a bit more about yourself so that they know more than I've told them already.
Well, one thing that your audience needs to be keenly aware of, that I am, you are, they are, we all are created in love, by love, for love, to be loved. When the Creator created us, source, whatever you want to call it, It did not say, I'm going to make you better than this one or you lower than this one. We all were created in love to be loved. And it's all about bringing that forth in everything we do, every word that we say, every action that we take, and every communication that we do with each other. And I am that. This is what I do. This is how I bring who I am authentically, boldly. I'm a badass sister. Okay.
I love it.
And if you don't think well of yourself, you cannot share it with someone. If you don't feel
That's
like
true.
you are enough, you have already lost right there. You're talking about already being a winner. You have to be in love with yourself before you can give to the world.
I love that. Can you just tell them one more time that they got to be in love with themselves, because so many people are not in love with themselves?
Well, one of the things that I learned really, really early in life, that the way that I thought, my thoughts create my reality.
Yes.
The way that I was raised also creates how I become in the world. And it took me a long time to know that I was worthy, that I am enough, and that it's all okay. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. But when I embraced all of those dysfunctional patterns, they were gifts. I have a poem called Shitty Days. Okay.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
And it talks about those things that we have to go through, that I have gone through, that made me come to another level of living. And when you can embrace where you are, and I don't like using the word the good, the bad, and the ugly, because everything is for the good. It's just your thoughts. Again, when you embrace those thoughts and you reframe the thoughts, because we each have an inner roommate. We have a roommate in our heads.
Yes, we do.
And it was created by all the patterns that we were raised in our families and all the systems that are around us, government, religion, and all of those things. It put a roommate in our heads. So as an adult and as we grow and evolve, for me, it was about looking at those beliefs, those concretized, because thoughts become concretized.
Exactly right.
And embracing them so that I could uncover and come to that part of me that was made in love, by love, for love, to be loved.
To be loved. And DJ Mike J said, come on now. Your thoughts create your reality. Absolutely. See, I told y'all I was going to bring some fire. I said she was a poet, but did I tell you she's a fire poet?
Yes.
Look, she has so much poetry that hit you down to the soul. If you checked out my post, I said this will help you, your soul. She's going to touch your soul. So look, I'm going to tell you, we're going to get right into this thing. If y'all ready for us to get even deeper than deep, go ahead and put a 3 and don't make a peep. Go on, put it in there, because we want to know that you know that it's time to get this thing rocking and rolling. We got the phenomenal beloved. That's right. She's on the block with us tonight. So y'all sit back, y'all hold on tight, do what you like. But I'm going to tell you this, you don't want to miss a trick. So go ahead, get your notepad and pen, because Yemaja Jubeliee, the beloved, is here to help you win. We going to be right back. So don't go nowhere. Hold on tight, because you're going to like it tonight. Place at the right time, because Entrepreneurs Living the Dreams 2021 is here to help you with your home-based business for the 21st century. So come and learn how to build your home-based business from some of the best speakers on the planet. As you change your future, the visibility strategist herself, Miss Patricia Rogers, along with Dorothy Ross, Mrs. Ignite and Take Flight, Dr. Lotus Riche, Dr. Fiona Delisa Apostle, Randy Ward, Nancy Matthews, Amy Sunstein, Ivona Warren, Emily Taylor, Shavis Davis, and the fabulous Camille Ross. Join us on February 25th for Entrepreneurs Living the Dream, showing you how to create your reality.
Create your reality. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. And so look, we gonna share some creative realities that's happening right now, because I want to see who's joining us. I see Angela Elton from Washington, D.C. Happy to have you here. Who do you see, beloved?
I see Karen KJ Johnson.
And she is watching from Dallas, Texas. And guess who else I see in the house? You want to let them know who's in the house?
Oh, Tracy. Tracy is here. Tracy. Hey, Tracy.
That's a living legend. That's a living legend. Her husband, Mr. Donald Kincaid. Woo, woo. Hey, good to see you, Tracy. Wow, we love you. And guess who else we got in the house? Miss Nikki Hammer. And she's calling people out, telling them to come on in. She said, Hillary Gooding, come on to enjoy us this evening. That's what I'm talking about. And Angela said, like, share, and start a watch party. That's right. Like, share, start a watch party, and run and tell somebody. And we know Tracy Kincaid, Tracy R. Kincaid, for some of y'all that don't know, she's coming in from Chi-Town. That's what I'm talking about. And so Yemaja Jubeliee, the beloved one, is here with me tonight. And we are talking about the fact that what we've already won. And we got KJ Johnson in the house with her too. They want to know what you talking about. The fabulous Camille Robb is here. The DJ Mike J. Freeland is here with us tonight, and so many more streaming. If I don't get to pull you up right away, just take it for love. Benita Claiborne, it's good to see you. Happy that you are here. And so now we about to put my wonderful fire guest back in the hot seat again. So we going right into it. So Yemaja, let me ask you, what inspired you to be on the show? Because you're a busy lady. You got a lot going on, and we talk frequently. Yeah. And I'm so happy you're here. So what inspired you to be on the show?
Well, one of the things of what I like about your platform is that you help people to elevate themselves.
Yes.
And for me, it's all about, I don't need people in my circle, whether it's you or anybody else, that are not positive and that are not helping people to elevate themselves.
Yes.
All right. And you do it holistically. That's why I wanted to be here, so that I can help you convey more through what I do. It's a collaborative effort. You know, you have a lot of people, you do a lot of collaboration. And in that collaboration, it's not a one-way street. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to be here, so that I could bring to your audience through you on your platform what I do to support you. And you know what we have to do? We have to help each other. You know, a lot of times what we do is we take ourselves and we forget those people that have helped us get where we are. You know? We don't take a step. I'm sounding like I'm preaching like my daddy. Okay.
Preach on. Preach on. Like, like Dr. Sim say it. Say it.
You know, you gotta take people with you. You have to reach down and pull people with you, and you have to sow a seed.
Yes.
Okay, you sow seeds, and then you nurture the seeds. Now, sometimes the seeds don't bear fruit, so to speak, right? But then there's come a time when you detox, because the people become toxic to you. I call it detoxing my circle. All right.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
You know, but otherwise than that, when we all of my conversation with you, you've always been receptive, and you've appreciated my creativity and my brilliance through my poetry.
Yes, because you the bomb.com. You the bomb.com. Y'all, I got some secret sauce. That Yemaja Jubeliee has given me, and she don't even know, y'all, what I'm about to play. She don't even know this. I didn't even tell her. Y'all know how I am with the secret sauce. You know why? Because you have to have people in your circle that help you do what you need to do when nobody else is around. When nobody else is there, you got to have somebody in your circle. So let me see if I could play something for y'all. I'm gonna play this for y'all, and see this how I am. I'm so transparent with you. I remember one day I woke up and I heard this wonderful sound coming from my phone, and this is what it said.
I accept you as you are, bright as the morning star. You show mercy, you show grace. You bring light all over the place. You are amazing. I love you and have a glorious and divinely inspired day today. And remember, I accept you as you are, bright as the morning star, showing mercy and showing grace. You can spread love all over the place. Made in love, by love, for love, to be love. Love above you, love below you, and love my beautiful one, my amazing one, all around you. Have a glorious and divinely inspired day. This is Yemaja, beloved, the soulful poet.
Now that's love. That's a circle. That's a circle created in love, by love, for love, to be loved.
Yeah.
Secret sauce, y'all.
Yeah.
Secret sauce.
Yes, yes.
So,
Yes.
first of all, Yemaja, I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for that because I know you probably send that to friends, people
Yes.
that are close
Yes.
to you, that
Yes.
you love, to
Yes.
inspire them. And this is the thing that you do.
Yes.
This is a part of the message that you give to the world. So my question is, who inspired you? Who was your hero to become the poet that you've become? And when did you get started? Because somebody told me, a little birdie had told me that you was knee high to a cricket, like 2 or 4 years old when you got started. So tell us how this all became a part of your life.
Well, when I grew up in a small town called Sachs, Virginia, in Charlotte County, about 95 miles west of Richmond.
Mhm.
And when I was growing up, I grew up doing where a woman wasn't to be seen. You didn't have a voice.
Right.
Okay. You were not allowed to have a voice. I had to keep things in my family. You were to be seen and not heard. Okay. And one of the things, I used to cry at the drop of a hat. If my daddy said something to me, I would cry. If my mama said something to me, they called me crybaby. But I cried because I couldn't say what I wanted to say.
Right.
And anytime elders came around, they run us out the room. You know, you kids, you don't need to sit around the elders and listen to what they're saying. So there was never a time where I could voice anything. So what happened was at 16, I had a little pink diary and I started writing in a diary because the diary became my friend, and I wrote what was happening around me and my feelings in my diary. That was my friend. I started writing poetry at 16. So it was a way of expressing what was inside of me and observing what was in my community was going on. And the first poem that I wrote was, "Where have all the Christian folk gone? They sure ain't gone to no heavenly home." You know, it's like it's amazing. But I've always been an observant person. I've always taken in what is around me. And as I said, I used to have to keep it to I had to keep it to myself. So that's when I started writing. And I couldn't, we had a juke joint that was in our neighborhood. That house was the house of Solomon. I mean, it was just the sin house. That's what my mama called it. And she wouldn't let us go anywhere near it. But I used to see the deacons of the church going in and out of that house. And I'd go to church on Sunday morning, and they were in the amen corner. And so I couldn't go tell anybody, so I wrote about it.
Wow. And so I know when we talked about it and you first told me, I was like, wow. It did something to me because I have a similar story in that you would see people out there, but then once you got into the church, it's like they were rebuking you. So it's like, how you going to rebuke me? But you was in the same juke joint I was at night. And so when you said, where have all the Christian folk gone? They sure ain't gone to no heavenly home. I just fell out when she said that, because she said it with such conviction and such power. And for a person to start writing their poetry in their diary at age 16, guess what? You had something to say.
Yes, I did.
You had something to say.
Yeah, and what one of the things that I learned early on, that I could put it in that diary and I had to hide it, okay?
Right.
Because that was my friend.
Right.
You call them journals today, but it was a little pink diary that I got from a drugstore that I wrote in at that time. So, I had to have a way of expressing what I was feeling. Otherwise, I don't know what would have happened to me. Words and expressing them on paper became my way of relieving what was inside of me and became my friend.
And it's very therapeutic too for us to write what we need to write. And those that embrace Bible thought and Bible teaching, the Bible even says, write it down and make it plain. And that's what you was doing. You was making it plain. At 16, you were just getting right into it. So let's move on, because I know we got some comments here. And folks, we're going to take your comments soon as we come back. I got to answer this one other question. We're going to take a quick break, and then I'm going to come back. We're going to take your comments. Okay. So this is my question. You started writing at age 16. Your first poem was powerful, just powerful. Where did all the Christian folks gone? Where they gone to? Because they sure ain't gone to no heavenly home. So you were deep in your spirit then. So let me ask you this. When did you decide that you could be of some service to others and influence them to be the best and highest version of themselves?
Well, that was a process. It was a process over many, many years, because I wrote poetry at 16 and I kept writing poetry. Poetry became my way of calling it and telling it like it is. All right. And it told it like it is, tell it like it is from what I was feeling and what I was observing. So it took years and years. I had all of these poems, and when I moved to New York, I lived in New York for a while, and I would read my poetry sometime to the seniors, because I was a director of a senior citizen center. I kept all of those poems, and finally I got them all together, and I had my assistant to type them all up. Well, I kept them. I just kept them. And that's why my first book is called Couldn't Keep It to Myself, because I finally put them in a book. But what happened was the way that they got on stage, because they became a production, our first production as Cultural Libation.
Yes.
I was taking care of, to make a long story short, I was taking care of my father up in Charlotte County, and Roy, my partner, had come up, and I had to go take care of my father. So I gave him this book of poems to read, to entertain him. And he said, these are really good. You mind if I take them? We could do something with these. So wow. he took them, and he's a professor of he teaches speech and drama and all these things. So I respected what he was saying to me about how good they were, how good they were. So he put them into play form, and we put it in. We put it on stage, and it became a stage play with all of my poems in it. And it was a choreo poem, because I had songs that I had written in it. I wrote songs for it, and we had Yoruba goddesses to play, each one of the Yoruba goddesses, and they read the poetry that matched the goddess. It was really good. It was really good. So that took over 20. I kept those poems for 20 years. But I saved all of the poems, and I still didn't have all of them. But most of them I had, and it was enough in that collection to put on stage. And then I've kept writing, and I still keep writing those. But it expressed, like I had a poem for Creator, thank you for this day. I mean, in those poems, I was acknowledged. It's always about acknowledging spirit for me.
Exactly.
And you were talking about loving yourself. And when you come back, I want to read the poem that I wrote about how I came to love myself.
You gonna read a poem for us?
Yeah.
Woo, woo. I love it. I love it. And you're always giving love. You're always giving love. And so I want to give some quick love right now. I want to give some quick love to this young lady that I know named C. Marie. Her government name, that's what I said, her government name is what? Carrington Lu Hing. And so I'm going to play this video for Carrington Lu Hing, and then I'm going to come back, and the stage is going to be Miss Beloved, the poet, the remarkable Yemaja Jubeliee. And so here we go.
WAP stands for Wisdom, Awareness, and Power. And I am studying wisdom, awareness, and power from 3 specific individuals, and they happen to be artists, which I love. So wisdom comes from Alicia Keys, and that is everything about her screams wisdom, because the way she talks, how she says her message, what her message is, it just speaks wisdom. And my second piece is awareness, and that comes from Erykah Badu. She is very grounded and very aware. So she observes a lot, and we really need to. I think the world needs that. We just need to be observant. The third part is power, and my third person is Teyana Taylor. So everything she does is powerful. I want them to see the words first, and then I want their attention to be drawn to WAP, because everyone already has the idea of what WAP is, but now it's WAP with a remix, because it's something more empowering for young females and young people in general. Wisdom, awareness, and power. Who doesn't need that to become a better human being and make the world a better place? I want everyone, no matter the gender, no matter what they identify as, I want them to see that they can include all 3 of these topics in their personality and help share the world. That I'm a kid, and I am a woman, and I'm empowering. I am the future. I am the future.
Hi, C. Marie. Happy birthday. I know that you have all the attributes that a future leader has, like being a persistent, talented, focused, and empowered young woman. So I would say go for your goals, and surely you will be able to achieve or get it. In behalf of the Lotus Riche family, we wanted to tell you how proud we are of you and that we support you in all of your endeavors. So happy birthday again, and God bless, and enjoy your day.
Hey there, you ever met somebody and you're super blessed just to know them? They're a young person, they're inspirational, they're empowering, and they're doing all that they can do to help people, not just in their neighborhood, in their school, in their church, but all over the planet to be the very best that they can be. Well, I have a young lady, her name is C. Marie Lu Hing, and today is her birthday. So happy birthday to you, C. Marie. Keep being the best that you can be. Mwah.
Yes, I would like to read you a poem. It's called She. My mind was inspired today by someone that God sent my way. She wore a beaming smile. I could tell that her heart was filled with so much love. And as she began to talk and explain, I felt and I said, wow, this show enough feels good. And it feels good just to be in the presence of positive thinking once again. And as I began to share my hopes and my ideas with her, and even I was even able to share my dreams, you know what? I felt completely at ease. Breathe and be. I knew when the conversation ended that she was someone that I would come to know, and she was someone that I could love. I could really truly embrace her where she is, and I could give her agape love. And at last, you know what? I was able to call her my friend. At last, I was able to call her my friend. In fact, she is my best friend because she was me and me was she. Now breathe and be. And so it is.
Hey, and welcome back to the Lotus Riche Ignites show. I am super happy to have you here today. So come on in, and get in where you fit in, because I've always got room right around my table for you, your friends, and your frenemies. So go ahead, like, share, start a watch party, run and tell somebody that Lotus Riche Ignites is hot on the box. I'm going to encourage you, grab your notebook and grab your pen, because I always say note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. Woo-hoo! I love it. Woo-hoo! Let's give it some energy, folks. All right. So, Yemaja, we got that was fire. We've got several people chiming in. Camille said, preach. Jill said, beautiful. Jesus, we love you. What we got from Mike J. Freeland? What we got from him? I'll read it. Success is only measured. There you go.
When you bring with you powerful, I can't read the rest of it there
because I can't see it, but I think he's saying powerful people.
Yes.
Powerful people, because you talked about reaching back.
Yes.
And so Dr. Selena Pinashimo said, hey, now, collaboration for elevation. That's right.
That's it.
That's right. That's
yes.
right. Collaboration for elevation. And don't forget, Yemaja said, detoxification. That's what I'm saying. Detoxing your circle. So you shared that with us. And so many people are chiming in. And Mike said, an absolute avenue of expression. I love it. And what does KJ Johnson say? She said, Yemaja, you are such a masterful storyteller. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So let's get right back into this. And we got a couple other things here. Happy birthday to Miss Carrington. And Angela said, beautiful poem, Miss Jubeliee. Of course. Fantastic. So we're going to get right into it, because we we nearing the top of the hour, but we got so much to share. So your sheroes, your heroes, even people that said children are to be seen and not heard.
Yes.
You didn't stifle your voice because you were able to overcome those things that we're told, shh, be quiet, don't say anything. You still stood in the knowingness of who you are. And you went ahead and understood that your thoughts created things. So let me ask you this question. What type of message did you intend to give to the world, and has your message changed? Okay. I wanted to know that. So I added that on, y'all. I'm putting her in the hot seat. Give me a number 3 if you just see how smooth I was. Put a number 3 in the comment.
Well, one of the things that I learned when I was at my mother's knee was to always be loved. Mm-hmm. Number 1 is to be loved. My mother called everybody, her name is Marie. She called everybody honey. Yes. She'll tell the men, look, that's the way I express myself. I call everybody honey. So I'm not getting fresh with you. But that's the way because in that time, it was considered forward for a woman to call somebody honey.
Honey, yes.
But she inspired me to be loved. And if you were anything other than and she was an example of love. Let me give you the example she did. When Prince Edward County schools closed, yes, when you had that long period of time, she decided that she would take kids from Prince Edward and send them to school in Charlotte County. Okay, she's one of my heroes, my sheroes. Yes. She gave that love outward. She took in these 2 girls. Grace, I never forget it. And she had 3 kids she had to put on the bus. My brothers and I, but she brought those girls into our home, and she treated those girls with love, just like they were her home. Were at home, they were in our home, and she sent them to school until Prince Edward County schools opened back up. Now this was doing all Jim Crow. And when Barbara Johns led that march out on R.R. Morton School, those kids over there, especially the Black kids, suffered. But my mother and my father, they were leaders in doing things in the community and doing things to help other Black people to rise and have their own. So that's how she was one of my heroes, my sheroes.
Awesome.
All right.
So let me ask you this. What was it like, though, growing up in that small rural town during the 50s and 60s under Jim Crow? Because that was a real devastating time.
Yes. And I had my first experience at 9 years old with the Ku Klux Klan. All right. The Ku Klux Klan would ride through our Black neighborhood on Highway 612. And they had on sheets and horses. And my dad, Reverend John Henry Brown, would tell us that he knew every man that had on one of those sheets. Okay, they would burn across the road from a house that we live in, and we lived at the stop sign. And he'd tell us to just go back. He was going to protect us. That was frightening. That was totally frightening. And then when I was about 12 or 13 years old, the Rexall drugstore, I grew up where I was playing in the street in Chase City, looking at shopping at the windows and watching everything in the windows, wanting to buy this and buy that. So I went into the Rexall drugstore and sat down on the stool. And this white lady was sitting next to me, and she moved. And I was wondering, is there something wrong with me? Is there something, have I done something wrong? But I found out because the druggist came and told me that he could not serve me. And I ran out of the store to my mother, crying. And my mother said, Gal, you can't go in there because you colored. That's what my mother told me.
Wow.
And I get very emotional when I talk about these things because that's how harsh it was growing up during that time. And there were signs everywhere. There was white only. And we had a Furl's truck stop in Williamsburg, Virginia. They had Black cooks in the kitchen. All right. At the front sign said white only. If you were Black, you had to go around to the back window and it said colored only on the back. That's the way it was. It was in the movie theaters. You had to go upstairs in a little small room. It was in the doctor's office. Okay. Everything was labeled. It was in the depot in Saks, Virginia. There was a colored lounge for people. It wasn't a lounge. It was just a little room to catch the train. And even all of that, all the signs. I grew up around all of those signs, not realizing the full capacity of what I was being programmed, that I was less than because I was Black. That's what I grew up in.
Wow.
And if it hadn't been for women like Miss Irma Blackwell, I went to segregated schools. Miss Irma Blackwell was the superintendent of the Black schools. And she was a very intelligent, intellectual woman, wanted to better the system for us as Blacks. And I remember I was a good student in school, and she wanted me to go to Longwood College. And I sent my stuff in to go to Longwood College, and I got turned down. So she said, look, we're going over here. She took me to Farmville, Virginia, had me set outside in the lobby waiting for her to go in. And she came back out and said, you didn't get in because you're colored. That was my experience with a lot of racism. It was quite systematic racism, quite systemic racism. I grew up with all of that. But to fast forward in it, my father always he was in the NAACP, and I had the opportunity, because of what he thought about Dr. Martin Luther King, I participated in the March on Washington. All right. So he had a vision for the community that was larger, because he helped all the Blacks to have their homes. And I didn't understand it then, why he would help them get the homes and land. But now I understand. But my father was a leader in that community. He was a minister. He had businesses. He employed people. He employed most of the Black people around there. We had a grocery store. He even used to own a restaurant down on 2nd Street in Richmond. He used to own it over in Jackson Ward. So he was the role model, and he was the one that bought up all the land, everything around us, 225. My daddy was land rich. So they were my role models. My mother would love, my dad would business, and I grew up in a business. That's how it was. So I said all that to say, I've always had this inner sense that I was to bring who I am, and I never fit in what my family thought I had to be as a woman. I couldn't fit in their role that they had assigned for me. But then I came to see I have my own voice, and I can voice and tell people about my experiences and share where I have been, because I worked hard through therapy and all of those different things, ways, different modalities, so that I could grow. And I had to, I went to VCU, graduated, got a degree in alcohol and drug counseling, because that was in my family, for the addiction piece. And those are things along the way. It's been a process of coming forward.
Yes.
And keep growing and keep evolving. So now I have a message. This is my ministry. All right. Through the poetry, through inspirational speaking, through my radio shows that I have, and on platforms like this, is bringing myself authentically and being transparent.
Yes. That's the key.
Yes.
That's the key. That's the key, because this is one thing that I know. Unless you can be transparent, just like the beloved Yemaja Jubeliee that's here with us tonight, you're not really going to help anybody. You're not even going to help yourself. Right. Why? Because a lot of times we lie to ourselves. And I think one of the hardest things to hear is, you can't go there because you're Black. Sometimes people don't want to accept the fact that even today, we are still being faced with a lot of prejudice that goes on globally against Black people. Now, there is prejudice all over the world against all different types of people. But this is a thing that we have seen for hundreds of years. And it's baffling, because this country was built on the Black backs of people of color. Okay. And to be told that you have to go through the back door, or you have to drink out the faucet for colors only, but the cooks are people of color because they want good food, it's disheartening. And just like Hidden Figures, our ladies of NASA, if they could have been an engineer, they already would have been one. And so they didn't stop. They kept going. And this is one reason why I bring people to this show, like the beloved Yemaja Jubeliee, to let all of you all over the world know that you can do, be, and have anything you want. But you cannot give up.
You cannot give up. And I wrote a poem, if you have time, it's called Not Anymore. All right. And I would like to share that because it ties right into what we're saying, the things that we're not going to take anymore, being African Americans. You know, I put our legacies on a ladder. You know how Jacob laid and he dreamed and there was a ladder to heaven?
Yes.
Well, I had a dream about a ladder, and on the bottom of the ladder, on the rung, was enslavement. All right. Mm-hmm. You know, coming from Africa, and then it rises. It goes up the different rungs with the civil rights movement, and it goes on up the rung with black faces in high places and Black Lives Matter. Well, I wrote this poem. This is one of the poems I wrote many, many years ago. I had gone to a conference to speak at a conference in Vermont, and it was a lot of African American women from all over America there. And I came back on the plane. I wrote this poem on a napkin. I would like to share it.
Yes, I would love for you to share it. But what we're going to do right now, folks, we're going to take a pause for the cause. And then we're going to come back, and it's going to be all Miss Yemaja Jubeliee as she shares with you some poems from her heart. And so, like I say, get your notepad and pen. Why? Because note takers, baby, are money makers. And I'm going to tell you, when she tell you this poem, if you don't have your notepad and pen, you're going to wish that you did. So with no further ado, we're going to take a quick break and come right back to you. Hey! We got it here tonight, y'all. The remarkable, beloved Yemaja Jubeliee is in the house.
Raise your hands up.
She is on the rock, and she's coming back with her original piece for you. You don't want to miss it. Get your notepad and pen, because it's time to win with my friend, beloved, the remarkable Yemaja Jubeliee.
Not anymore. Ain't no slave who can be browbeaten, shackled with chains, head bowed down in shame, and sold to the highest bidder. Not anymore. Ain't no wench who the master can rape and continuously sexually violate, birth his babies, which he then denies, and he never claims. Then we all live in generational shame. Not anymore. Ain't no nigger, niggers, or Negro who, because my skin is black, you hate. But let me turn my back, and you know what you do? You imitate. Not anymore. Ain't no colored person who must ride at the back of the bus and enter public places through the back door. Not anymore. Ain't no mammy, nanny, or maid who says, yes, ma'am, and makes your bed, clean your filth, nurse your babies, raise your children, and mop your floors. Not anymore. Ain't no cook who fries chicken, bakes tarts, and pies of all sorts. Then with my black, callous, ashy hands, I knead your bread, putting a part of my soul in every turn of the dough. Then you eat it, devouring and savoring it. But you know what? You're eating a piece, a bit of my anger, my shame, and my hate in every morsel and crumb. Not anymore. Ain't no woman who has a hole in the middle, of my thighs and behind parts, which are part of my God-given glory and my natural beauty, but used in many forms of sexual exploitation. Not anymore. Ain't no mistress who waits for you sitting by the phone while you were with who you need to be with, and I be at your beck and call. Not anymore. Ain't none of the things that you think I need to be. I am not going to be that. I will not sell my soul to the highest bidder, no matter who it is. You, Tyrone Butchie, or Leroy. Not anymore. Ain't no skeezer, hussy, nor am I a tramp. I will not be some candy for you so that you can be what you need to be. Not anymore. I done crossed that river, honey. I done crossed that river. And this is who I be. Spiritual. Spiritual being. Spiritual being human. Spiritual being human being. Breathe and be. Spiritual being human being woman. Breathe. Spiritual being human being woman of color. Breathe. Soul sister. Sister girl, girlfriend, genuine and authentic, compassionate, caring, warm, loving, generous, kind, and even forgiving. Breathe. Breathe and be. Friend, a spiritual friend. I am sensual. I am sassy. I am soulful. And yes, I radiate beauty, but I radiate the divine beauty from inside out, because that is the essence of my soul, from the top of my head to the tip of my toes, even to my pinky toes. I am living my life in full expression, being who I am, made in love, by love, for love, and I live my life from inside out. Breathe and be and breathe. And so it is.
Y'all, I don't know what to say, but breathe. Just breathe. So I'm going to give you all wonderful folks a few minutes. I want you to put a number 7 in the comment block below if you love what the remarkable Yemaja Jubeliee just shared with you. It was an original poem. And if you are fed up with being sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you want to say not anymore, then you need to reach out to the remarkable Yemaja Jubeliee and let her do some poetry for you. We're going to take a quick break, and I'm coming right back with the remarkable, beloved Yemaja Jubeliee. We'll be back. Entrepreneurs, and change makers, it is your time. A little birdie told me that many people are looking for fantastic videos to expand their reach and increase their revenue. You've come to the right place at the right time with the Lotus Riche Ignites team. We are going to make that video for you. And all you got to do is click the Calendly link below and schedule your appointment with us. And we will get you a video done to help you expand your reach and raise your revenue. So click the link below and let's go. Hey yo, and welcome back to the Lotus Riche Ignites show. I am super happy to have you here today. So come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've always got room right around my table for you, your friends, and your frenemies. So go ahead, like, share, start a watch party, run and tell somebody that Lotus Riche Ignites is hot on the box. I'm going to encourage you, grab your notebook and grab your pen, because I always say note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. All right.
Hello, it's your network ninja here, and I'm so excited to be sharing my upcoming LinkedIn workshop called Get Linked. LinkedIn is one of the largest databases that is free. I said free, that millions and millions of people use each and every day to prospect and connect. Now, we know one of the fastest ways to grow our business is to make sure that we are prospecting and networking on a daily basis. Don't worry, I got you covered, because I want to share some of my simple techniques that I use to generate thousands and thousands of leads and to grow my network database. So you're probably saying to yourself right about now, why should I attend this workshop? Well, if you're not maximizing LinkedIn to its full capacity, if you're not generating leads on a daily basis, and if you can't find your ideal audience, then guess what? You need to get linked. So join us Saturday, February the 27th at 1 p.m. Central Time for this amazing workshop. It is time for us to crush 2021 and stop letting all our potential prospects in business and money on the table go by. Register at the link below, and I will see you there.
Wow. That's where you want to be. That's where you want to be, baby. All right. So, quick thanks to my friend, Yemaja Jubeliee, for being here. She's about to come on back. Get it, Yemaja.
Shake it, shake it, shake it, baby.
Woo! We got raise your hands up herself. That's right. Yemaja Jubeliee is here with me tonight. Out on the box. We're about to go with Yemaja Jubeliee. On her show. So, guess what, Yemaja? Guess what? We have a young lady that's here with us that we did something for earlier. And so, guess what? We about to do it again. We about to do it again, friends. And I know y'all wondering, Lolo, what you about to do again? Well, I heard from a little birdie that someone was checking us out. So guess what? Without a doubt, our friend all the way from Nigeria was here checking us out. So we're going to go ahead and do something that we did a few minutes ago on the show. So y'all just hold tight, because we're going to share something with y'all that's absolutely dynamite. Y'all stick by, okay? We getting ready to share something with you. Be right back.
You got me running.
Hey, and welcome back to the Lotus Riche Ignites show. I am super happy to have you here today. So come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've always got room right around my table for you, your friends, and your frenemies. So go ahead, like, share, start a watch party, run and tell somebody that Lotus Riche Ignites is hot on the box. I'm going to encourage you, grab your notebook and grab your pen, because I always say note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. All right. All right, folks. So let me just say, I'm going to mute my mic and we're going to have Yemaja Jubeliee give us some information on her new book that's coming up. Yemaja.
I have to laugh because what's coming out is very, very, very special. This is my second book. My first book, Couldn't Keep It to Myself, is available on Amazon.com. And it has, I read you the selections that I was reading tonight came out of my first book. Well, the second book came about wanting to find a new way to just get more poetry out. And my father always taught me to pray and ask God for guidance as to how to do it. Okay, how do I get more of my poetry out and do it in a different way? So I prayed about it and I woke up with an idea late when it was really early in the morning about how to do that. And I have this wonderful lady that's a friend of mine. And I brought the idea to her. And she said, yes, yes. She said, yes. So that's how that idea came, Lotus. So I don't want to give it all away, you know. So that book is going to be, it's a phenomenal book. And it has brand new poems. I downloaded 12 new poems, plus one is 13 in it. Because what happens is all of the poems that are in there had to be about empowering women. All right. It had to be, for me, it has to be about spirituality. And most of all, it has to be about love of self, love of family, love of community, and elevating people. But during COVID, my poems changed. They all changed. So that's how that idea came to be. All right. And that poem, those poems that are coming up, I don't know whether I should give it away or not, Lotus. I don't know whether I should go all in and tell them. I can't hear you, Lotus.
So, you know, I already have some secret sauce. Let me make sure that's on. So
Okay.
I got some secret sauce. One of the viewers I want to share some secret sauce with, but you know, just as things would have it, so I got a little glitch going on, but it's about to resolve itself. But you slid right out of something. You know, I got to have the secret sauce. We know about the book, but your book is with a living legend.
Yes,
And
it is.
a little sweet secret sauce in your book because I have never seen two authors combine forces the way that the two of you have. So we want you to tell us about that. Why don't you kind of tell us about that?
Well, first of all, they're going to have to tune in to, you know, one of my events coming up on March the 12th.
Yes.
Both of us, the living legend, and I will be there to talk together about this process. The book is called Soul to Soul. And the idea name to that also was given to me because I am beloved, the soulful poet. And the living legend is the goddess of soul. All right. The goddess of soul. None other than Miss Martha High. Martha High. Okay. So she agreed to, she loved it. She loved it. She loved it. And we collaborated on this book. And it was a collaboration where we went back and forth on it. And I don't want to give it all away. I don't want to give it all away because they had to tune in because we promised you an exclusive. And I don't want to give that away till we talk. But that's who it's with.
Yes. So folks, y'all not gonna get that right now. But we are gonna give you some other secret sauce to our audience that's watching. So Miss Martha High, we love you. And we can't wait to have you and Beloved back on the show to show us some soul to soul.
Soul to soul.
And they just might read some stuff from the book, but y'all got to be on that broadcast. You got to be on the broadcast because it's going to be ridiculously amazing. But for now, Beloved and I want to share this with a special young lady that's here with us tonight. Thank you, Bim, for being here. Happy birthday to you, C. Marie
WAP
Luhing.
stands for Wisdom, Awareness, and Power. And I am studying wisdom, awareness, and power from 3 specific individuals, and they happen to be artists, which I love. So, wisdom comes from Alicia Keys, and that is everything about her screams wisdom because the way she talks, how she says her message, what her message is, it just speaks wisdom. And my second piece is awareness, and that comes from Erica Badu. She is very grounded and very aware. So she observes a lot, and we really need to. I think the world needs that. We just need to be observant. The third part is power, and my third person is Tayana Taylor. So everything she does is powerful. I want them to see the words first, and then I want their attention to be drawn to WAP, because everyone already has the idea of what WAP is, but now it's WAP with a remix because it's something more empowering for young females and young people in general. Wisdom, awareness, and power. Who doesn't need that to become a better human being and make the world a better place? I want everyone, no matter the gender, no matter what they identify as, I want them to see that they can include all 3 of these topics in their personality and help share the world. That I'm a kid and I'm a woman and I'm empowering. I am the future. I am the future.
Hi, C. Marie. Happy birthday. Um, I know that you have all the attributes that a future leader has, like being a persistent, talented, focused, and empowered young woman. So I would say go for your goals, and surely you will be able to achieve or get it. In behalf of the Lotus Riche family, we wanted to tell you how proud we are of you and that we support you in all of your endeavors. So happy birthday again, and God bless, and enjoy your day.
Hey there, you ever met somebody and you're super blessed just to know them? They're a young person, they're inspirational, they're empowering, and they're doing all that they can do to help people, not just in their neighborhood, in their school, in their church, but all over the planet to be the very best that they can be. Well, I have a young lady, her name is C. Marie Luhing, and today is her birthday. So happy birthday to you, C. Marie. Keep being the best that you can be. Mwah. Happy birthday, C. Marie, and thank you. The artist Bim, we appreciate you from Nigeria, Africa. Well, we are so blessed to have you on the show celebrating C. Marie's birthday. She is the daughter, y'all, of the remarkable Pamela Lou Hing. And we are so happy to even know her, to be able to say happy birthday, and that we are proud of you, C. Marie. Keep doing what you do. So, right back to it, right back to you. We are a bit past the top of the hour, and I want to thank you for sticking by because we wanted to make sure that C. Marie saw this again because she didn't see it earlier. So thank you so much for your wonderful pieces that you've shared with the world. So we know about the coming up book. I can't wait to have you on the show. And I know it's time to let you go. But you ain't going till you tell us about the radio show.
Well, well, I have to tell you, one of the things that I am a creative consultant with Studio Buzz out of San Bernardino, California. And on Studio Buzz, what I do, I have a show called Celebrity Buzz that comes on the second and the fourth Thursday of the month, where I interview celebrities. And I've had the Manhattans.
Yes,
I've had
you
a lot of, and that show will actually rerun tomorrow on tomorrow's show, because that was one of my most popular interviews. It comes on the second and the fourth Thursday of each month. You can tune in at 6 p.m. It's called You Come in the Hive with the Queen Bee here, okay?
Yes,
You come in, you catch the buzz, and you catch the sweetness, and you catch the love. That's where you come into my hive, right? And then I not only have that show, I'm also on Boomerang on Sundays when I'm available. I'm not, when they have a talk show that comes on Sundays at 6 p.m. Sometimes I'm not available. I go on when I can. And then the other thing, there you go. You got it. There it is. The Manhattans will be on. The Manhattans will be the one that we'll replay tomorrow.
Yes.
I also have a radio show on the Finding My Way network out of Memphis, Tennessee, called Love, Light, and Positivity. And I'm on there the second Wednesday in each month, where I bring on guests who are doing extraordinary things, and they are being the light and not the lampshade. They're spreading everything. They're spreading love and light. Everything that I do is about love and light, and positivity. And it's on Josie's Inspirational Network. You can go to my Facebook page, Yemaja Jubeliee, and you'll see that on there as well. And then also I have those two radio shows. And as I said before, I have been involved in a whole lot of other things. I'm a writer and an author and a speaker. I have a speaking engagement on Sunday in Lynchburg, Virginia, at the Unity of Seven Hills. I'll be speaking there, and that's also on my Facebook page, because you can tune in on that as well. And if you want, and of course, I'm going to be on your show on March the 12th with the legend. And then I'm going to be on Miss B's show. I'm going to be on April the 13th. I'm going to be on April the 13th. So those are the things that I have going on right now. That's a lot of information. Go to my Facebook page. You can follow me, Yemaja Jubeliee. That's Yemaja Jubeliee, just like it sounds, right? And you can follow me on Instagram at Yemaja Jubeliee, and on Twitter is at Yemaja, YEMSJA on Twitter. Okay.
Make sure you follow Yemaja Jubeliee, because you make sure you hit her up on Instagram, because she there. Hit her up on Twitter, because she there. Don't forget to go like, share, and ring that bell on YouTube. Go to Lotus Riche Ignites on YouTube and look for Yemaja Jubeliee on YouTube, and she will come up on this show. So I know that's a lot of stuff, but we had to give it to you before we got to go. Yeah. So Miss Yemaja Jubeliee, I want to thank you for being here. We got some comments. We've been having such a great time sharing the birthday well wishes with our audience for Miss Lu Hing C. Marie. And we've got so many people here on the show. So, folks, we're going to grab a couple of responses, and then we're going to hear from Miss Yemaja Jubeliee as she gives us our final words of wisdom for tonight. So we want y'all just to hold on tight, because we're going to get our final words of wisdom for tonight. But let's go ahead and get some comments from you all, because we value you all from being here with us. So again, I wanted to thank Mr. Moses Ben Bright, all the way from Nigeria, Africa. He is the person that did the music. He is an explosive up-and-coming artist. And as you know, the lady that was dancing, that is C. Marie. She's an explosive artist and has danced for some of the top major corporations on the planet. So again, happy birthday. DJ Mike J. Freeland says, lessons from our history give way to a better future. Thank you for sharing.
All right.
All right. And Jill said, And thank you, Mike, for sharing. Jill said, I love those who are transparent and have done their own work. Good for you. I have been in recovery for 39 years.
All
Wow.
right.
That's
All
awesome.
right.
That's
Yes.
awesome. And Mike says transparency opens understanding. Yes, it does. Hillary Gooden says, hey, from Chicago. Good to see you, Hillary Gooden. And Dr. Selena Pinashimo, you know she wanted the secret sauce. So she put her sevens in just like so many other people. And she said, breathe.
Yeah, breathe.
That's right. Breathe. And guess what? Pamela Lu Hing, we want to thank you for letting us know that Carrington is here. That's right. And we also have a hey, I'm here. This is good from Apostle Christine Gooden from Chicago. So, wow. Pamela Lu Hing said, oh, thank you so very much. This is so awesome. Guess what? And so are you. And we love you too. And all the way from Chi-Town, Hillary, the queen of the lymphatic bounce, says, happy birthday, blessings, C. Marie. So, with no further ado, I'm going to share my platform further with you with final words of wisdom with the remarkable, beloved, what?
Yes.
Yemaja Jubeliee.
The soul full.
The soul.
Full. Full. Not soul full. Full. What I would like to leave with you is what I started with. That you have to remember that I am, you are, they are, we all are. We all are breathing and living. We're living and being. We're being and becoming. We're seeking and we're shifting. That we are liking and loving. We are reviving. We are thriving. We are expanding. We are evolving. We are emerging. We are becoming. We are playing and we are laughing. We are dancing and we are singing. We are praying and we are meditating. We are growing and we are showing. We are knowing and we are feeling. We are discerning, deciphering. I am, you are, and we all are. We are awakening. We are ascending up that ladder I talked about. We are observing and we are knowing. We are discovering and we are deepening. We are aspiring and we are applauding. We are appreciating. And most of all, remember that you are amazing. I am, you are, they all are, we are. We were made in love, by love, for love, to be loved, and breathe, and be. Be who you are, because you were made, you are a masterpiece. Go out and bring who you are to the world. You are divine, you are inspired, and from deep inside, you bring who you are. You breathe, you're shifting. Everything is shifting, but you're shifting from a knowing that dwells inside of you that you can be who you are, and you are a sacred space that is housed in a human body, authentically and boldly, unapologetically and wholeheartedly. You bring who you are from the depth of your souls. And remember, when you wake up in the morning, you got two eyes that you see, and you're breathing, you're moving, you're having your being in that which created you. I thank you for allowing me to be on this platform, and bless all those that listen in. And I bless you and I surround you in a tapestry of God's love, peace, love, and joy and oneness.
Well, you know what? No need for me to say any final words of wisdom, because guess what? Many people love the poem, they are happy with it, and they are ready to breathe. And
Breathe.
so until we meet again, folks, make sure you get her new book, Soul to Soul, and be here when she comes back with the remarkable goddess of soul herself, Martha Hyde, as they give us the secret sauce about their new book called Soul to Soul. Until we meet again, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you, because you are created What, Yemaja?
In love, by love, for love, to be loved.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
You got me running, got me running. Shake it, shake it, shake
Getting
it.
back to remarkable beloved.
Raise your hands up.
Yemaja Jubeliee. That's right. She is